There comes a moment in life when every step you take either builds your strength or steals it away. For those over 60, the choice between decline and vitality begins not in the body, but in the mind. The first law of life is motion. Every living thing, every cell, every heartbeat, every breath is governed by it. The moment movement stops, decay begins. This truth is not limited to nature. It applies to your own body. After the age of 60, many people start to believe that slowing down is a sign of wisdom, that stillness is safety. But in reality, the moment you stop challenging your body, you send it a silent message. You are no longer needed. And the body, obedient as it always is, begins to shut down the systems that are no longer in demand. Muscles weaken, joints stiffen, and energy fades, not because of age, but because of inactivity. You see, motion is not simply physical, it's a declaration of life. Every time you move, you are reaffirming that you are alive, that you still have purpose, that your body is still your instrument for living fully. The tragedy is that so many people after 60 surrender their movement to fear. They fear pain, injury, fatigue, and they begin to avoid motion altogether. But the real danger lies not in movement, it lies in the absence of it. The body was designed to move, to twist, to stretch, to lift, to balance. When you deny it these actions, you deny it vitality. It's not time that makes the body old. It's neglect. Walking is good, but it is only the beginning. It keeps your heart pumping, yes, but it does not wake up the deep, stabilizing muscles that hold your balance, protect your spine, or give you power. These muscles lie dormant when all you do is walk in a straight line. To truly preserve your youth, you must move in ways that challenge your body's full design, movements that require control, strength, and awareness. Think of motion as nourishment. Every joint needs to be fed. Every muscle needs to be awakened. Just as food feeds the body from within, motion feeds it from without. There is a simple truth here. What you don't move, you lose. Stop bending, and you lose flexibility. Stop lifting, and you lose strength. Stop balancing, and you lose confidence. The body is an echo of your habits. It reflects exactly what you demand of it. Demand nothing, and it will give you nothing. But even the smallest demand, a few intentional movements each day, can start to reverse years of decline. Muscles remember, joints remember. The body remembers what vitality feels like, and it is eager to return to it once you begin. So, let movement be your medicine. When you rise in the morning, don't wait for motivation. Just move. Stretch your arms, lift your knees, breathe deeply, and tell your body through action that you are still in command. Every motion you make becomes a message to your nervous system. I am alive. I am capable. I am not finished. Life rewards motion. Those who keep moving keep living, not just existing, but truly alive in mind, body, and spirit. Strength is not a gift of youth. It is a state of mind that the body learns to obey. Every generation before us has proven that the human body responds to one command above all others. Use me, and I will grow. Ignore me, and I will fade. After 60, most people are told to take it easy, to avoid lifting, to play it safe. But safety without strength is simply slow surrender. What keeps you young is not the number of candles on your cake, but the power within your muscles, the fire within your will. Strength is the silent guardian of independence, the shield that protects your confidence, and the key that keeps your spirit unbroken. When you build strength, you are not just shaping your body, you are shaping your future. Strong muscles hold up the skeleton, protect the joints, and keep your movements graceful and controlled. A weak body tires easily, struggles to stand, and fears falling. But a strong body stands tall, breathes deeply, and moves with certainty. The difference is not in age, it is in training. Every repetition, every lift, every moment of resistance sends a signal through your entire being. I am alive, and I am capable. That message transforms more than your muscles. It reshapes your mindset. It reminds you that the body listens to the mind, and the mind listens to belief. Doctors and surgeons know this truth well. Muscle is medicine. It improves circulation, balances hormones, strengthens bones, and keeps the metabolism active. When your muscles grow, your body begins to heal faster, your posture improves, and your energy surges. You begin to walk differently, not just with your legs, but with your attitude. You reclaim something that walking alone cannot give you, the feeling of power. Strength is the most natural antidepressant, the purest energy booster, and the deepest source of self-trust. When your body is strong, fear disappears. You stop worrying about falling, about fatigue, about limitation. You start focusing on what you can do, not what you can't. Every time you challenge a muscle, you are defying time itself. You are teaching your body that it is still in the game, still growing, still learning. The miracle of the human body is that it adapts at any age. Whether you are 60 or 90, your muscles can still respond. The first few days might feel heavy, but with each movement, the spark returns. Your joints feel more supported, your balance steadier, your heart stronger. And along with that physical strength comes something deeper, a sense of dignity, because strength is not vanity, it is identity. It says, I am still here, I still have purpose. You are not defined by your age. You are defined by the strength you choose to build today. The body is a servant of the will, and it only weakens when the will grows weak. So pick up something heavy, move with intention, and remind yourself that strength is youth, no matter how many years you have lived. Each act of strength is an act of defiance against time, and those who continue to build it never truly grow old. Balance is more than a physical skill. It is the foundation of confidence, independence, and calm power. It is the unseen force that allows every movement to flow with grace, every step to feel secure, and every action to be taken without fear. Yet as the years pass, many people neglect this vital ability, allowing it to fade quietly in the background. They believe that losing balance is simply a part of aging, something inevitable and irreversible. But balance, like strength, is not lost with age. It is lost with inattention. The body does not forget how to balance. It simply needs to be reminded. When you were a child, balance was instinctive. You ran, jumped, and turned without hesitation. Every movement trained your body to adapt, to coordinate, to respond. As life grew busier and movement became limited, those small moments of training disappeared. Sitting replaced standing, convenience replaced challenge, and caution replaced confidence. Slowly, balance began to slip away, not because your body failed, but because it was no longer being tested. The truth is, balance is a skill that must be practiced, not presumed. Every day you ignore it, it dulls. Every day you train it, it returns sharper and stronger. Surgeons and physical experts agree that falls are among the greatest threats to independence after 60. Yet the tragedy is that most of these falls can be prevented, not with medication, but with motion. When you train your balance, you awaken the small, stabilizing muscles in your feet, legs, and core. These muscles act like anchors, holding your body steady and allowing you to move with confidence. Balance training does more than protect you physically. It restores something much deeper. It restores trust in your own body. And when you trust your body again, your spirit begins to rise. There is a quiet kind of power that comes from standing tall without fear. Each time you hold yourself steady, each time you resist the wobble and find your center, you teach yourself to stay calm under pressure, not just physically, but emotionally. Balance is the art of harmony between strength and surrender, between focus and flow. It teaches patience, awareness, and presence. The moment you practice balance, you step out of the rush of time and into a moment of perfect control. That control is confidence, and confidence, once regained, transforms how you move through life. You can see it in the walk of someone who trains balance daily. Their steps are lighter, their posture straighter, their energy more alive. They do not move in fear of falling. They move with assurance that their body will obey. Balance gives freedom, the freedom to walk unassisted, to stand tall, to live without hesitation. It is the forgotten fountain of confidence, waiting to be rediscovered. And when you drink from it again, you realize that balance is not only a physical act, it is a state of being. To be balanced is to be centered, grounded, and unshakably alive, no matter what age you are. Flexibility is the body's way of saying yes to life. It is the hidden rhythm that allows every muscle, joint, and ligament to work together in harmony. When you move freely, without stiffness or pain, life itself feels easier. You rise with energy, walk with purpose, and rest without discomfort. Yet for many people after 60, flexibility becomes a forgotten art. The body begins to stiffen, not because of age, but because of neglect. Every joint that stops moving starts to close itself off, like a door that hasn't been opened in years. The hinges rust, the frame tightens, and soon even the simplest movements, bending, turning, reaching, feel restricted. But flexibility is not lost forever. It is waiting to be reawakened. When the body becomes stiff, it sends a message of tension to the mind. You start to move cautiously, even fearfully, afraid of the twinge or ache that might follow. This fear of pain often does more damage than the pain itself. Avoidance leads to stillness, stillness to stiffness, and stiffness to more pain, a cycle that quietly steals freedom. But the moment you begin to stretch, even gently, the message changes. You tell your body, you are safe to move again. The nervous system listens, the muscles relax, and the body begins to trust itself once more. That trust is the first step toward a pain-free life. Flexibility is not about touching your toes or twisting like an athlete. It is about restoring harmony between strength and softness. Muscles that are too tight cannot function properly. They pull on joints, compress nerves, and create chronic tension. But when you stretch with intention, you restore circulation, nourish the tissues, and relieve pressure where pain once lived. Each movement, no matter how small, acts like a breath of fresh air through your body. You begin to feel lighter, looser, younger, not because time has reversed, but because you've learned how to release what time has tightened. Doctors often say that flexibility training is one of the simplest and most powerful tools for preventing injury. It doesn't require machines or heavy weights, only patience, awareness, and consistency. When you stretch your muscles, you stretch your life. You invite vitality into your joints, you expand the space in which energy can flow, and you quiet the whispers of pain that once ruled your day. With each session, you'll notice that standing up becomes easier, turning your head feels effortless, and your steps become more fluid. True flexibility, however, begins in the mind. You must first be willing to let go of fear, of tension, of the belief that you are too old to change. The body follows the mind's lead. When your thoughts become flexible, so does your body. Each breath during a stretch is a reminder that movement is still possible, that freedom is still within reach. Pain does not have to be a permanent companion. Through gentle daily flexibility training, you teach your body to move with grace again, to live without stiffness, and to embrace life in its fullest range. Flexibility is not just the secret to a pain-free body. It is the secret to a liberated soul. At the very center of your being lies a powerhouse of strength and stability, your core. It is more than just the muscles of your abdomen. It is the foundation that connects every part of your body, from your shoulders to your legs. It supports your spine, balances your posture, and allows every movement you make to flow with control and precision. When your core is strong, you move with grace and confidence. When it weakens, the body begins to crumble from within. You may not notice it at first, a slouch here, a small pain there, but over time, weakness in the core becomes the silent thief of vitality. It robs you of energy, balance, and independence. After 60, many people focus only on what they can see, arms, legs, or weight on the scale, while ignoring the invisible center that holds everything together. Yet every surgeon, every physiotherapist, every expert in human movement agrees. True strength begins in the core. It is the anchor of stability, the control tower of every action. Whether you are walking, standing, lifting, or even breathing, your core is at work. It protects your spine, absorbs pressure, and keeps your body upright. When you train this center, you are not just building muscle. You are fortifying the structure that allows your entire body to function in harmony. A strong core gives you something priceless: control. It allows you to move without hesitation, to stand without strain, to bend without fear. It improves your posture, and posture is more than appearance. It is a message. When you stand tall, shoulders back, chest open, you send a signal of confidence to the world and to yourself. You breathe deeper, your organs function better, and your movements become more efficient. That simple act of alignment reshapes not only your body, but your attitude. Strength radiates from the center outward. There is also a deeper, unseen dimension to the core. It is where your energy resides, the seat of your willpower, discipline, and self-belief. When you engage your physical core, you awaken your mental and emotional core as well. You begin to feel centered, calm, and focused. You become harder to shake, both physically and mentally. The same way a strong tree stands firm in the storm, a strong core keeps you grounded amid life's challenges. You stop reacting with fear and start responding with strength. Training the core doesn't require complex exercises. Even simple mindful movements, like controlled breathing, standing tall, or tightening your midsection as you move, can awaken this power. Over time, you'll notice your back pain easing, your balance improving, your stamina increasing. You'll feel younger, not because of magic, but because your body is once again connected to its true center. The core is not just the middle of your body, it is the middle of your power, your confidence, and your vitality. Strengthen it, and you will rediscover the unshakable force that has been within you all along. The greatest exercise you will ever perform begins not with the body, but with the mind. Every movement, every breath, every repetition first takes shape as a thought. Before a muscle contracts, the brain sends a signal, and that signal is driven by belief. The mind and body are not separate entities. They are partners in creation. One commands, the other obeys. When you think of yourself as strong, capable, and full of vitality, the body begins to organize itself around that image. But when you accept weakness, fear, or limitation as your truth, the body conforms to that belief as well. The first step toward health, strength, and longevity is therefore not movement. It is conviction. After 60, the battle for youth is not fought in the gym. It is fought in the mind. You must first break free from the invisible chains of doubt and resignation. Too many people surrender to the idea that aging automatically means decline. They say, "I'm too old for that." And with those few words, they program their bodies to slow down. But belief is powerful. It shapes posture, determines effort, and even influences healing. Surgeons have seen patients recover faster simply because they believe they would. The mind creates the conditions for the body to thrive. When you see yourself as still capable of growth, your muscles listen, your heart responds, and your energy rises to match your expectation. The mind-body connection is a dialogue that never stops. Every thought you think leaves an imprint in your body. Negative thoughts tighten your muscles, restrict your breath, and drain your energy. Positive, empowering thoughts, on the other hand, relax the nervous system and awaken the inner drive to move and live fully. This is why intentional movement is so powerful. When you move with awareness, when you feel each muscle engage, each joint support you, you bring mind and body into perfect harmony. This union is where healing happens, where transformation begins. The body reflects what the mind believes possible. If you want to regain your strength, your flexibility, your balance, you must first see it clearly in your imagination. Visualization is a form of training. When you picture yourself standing tall, walking with confidence, or exercising with ease, your body begins to prepare for that reality. The neurons fire, the muscles awaken, and the energy begins to shift. What you think about repeatedly becomes your physical truth. This is why belief is not a luxury. It is a necessity. Each time you exercise, remind yourself that you are not just training the body. You are training the mind to believe in your potential again. Every repetition is an affirmation, every breath a declaration. I am alive, I am strong, I am in control. The mind gives the order, and the body fulfills it. Together they create the rhythm of vitality. When the mind believes, the body achieves, and that is the ultimate exercise, the exercise of belief, the one that makes every other movement truly powerful. So, my friend, walking is good, but not enough. If you want to reclaim your strength, balance, and independence, practice these 5 exercises daily. Don't let the number on your birthday dictate the power of your spirit, because growing older is inevitable, but growing weaker is optional. Stand up, take charge, and move like someone who refuses to surrender to time. Your best days are not behind you, they begin with your next movement.